Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an Earth sign. Basically motivated by material needs and practicality. Recharges energy through working with the physical world, being productive, and feeding the senses. Sun in Virgo. Directs creative energy analytically and with discrimination. Motivated by a need to be helpful, to be of service in a tangible way. Radiates intelligence and clean-edged vitality. Attunement of soul to essential values, service, and constant need to improve oneself. Humble, unassuming sense of individuality can interfere with public recognition. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon's sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in Earth signs. Reacts to changing experiences with steadiness and stability. Feels comfortable with self when being productive and working towards goals. Moon in Virgo. Reacts with practical adaptation to all stimuli. Responds analytically to all experiences. Needs a sense of order in the environment to feel comfortable. Refines emotional reactions in order to perfect their expression. Serving others and being helpful contribute to positive self-image and help overcome innate tendency toward guilt and self-doubt. Feels secure through analysis of the physical and emotional world, and through making definite, concrete improvements. Need to dissect emotions can inhibit responsiveness. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Virgo. Apt to want to be considered superior intellectually because of a deep-seated inferiority complex. Reserved in expression. Very critical and analytical. Not very loving. Apt to be cranky and fussy about minor details. If afflicted, bickering can become a mania. Irritation leads to bad health, and this position can give indigestion and bad nerves due to negative emotions caused by the desire to perfect everyone else. Very proper and conservative. Needs to achieve adjustment by detachment and non-criticism of others. Strong desire to serve people, but not enough understanding of the other person's feelings. In a male chart, would attract a quiet, reserved, and shy type of mate. If Moon is afflicted, she would be critical and apt to nag. Sun-Moon Alchemy, the elemental combinations of the Sun sign and the Moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each Sun-Moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a Fire-Earth combination refers equally to Sun-Fire, Moon-Earth, as it does to Sun-Earth, Moon-Fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. The four pure types, with both Sun and Moon in the same element, most vividly express the element involved. Such an emphasis on one element also represents an imbalance, so such types are liable to swing into their complementary or opposite element. Earth-Earth combinations. The double Earth type is down to earth and matter of fact. His pragmatic philosophy and concern for material well-being was expressed well by Karl Marx, a double Taurus, in his famous dictum, "From each according to their abilities, to each according to their needs." This type is usually well grounded in economic and physical reality. He is very much in tune with his senses and instincts, through which he feels connected to and in control of his world. There is often an innate understanding of the natural, organic processes of growth, which gives this individual persistence, patience, and self-discipline in the pursuit of their goals. Stable, realistic, practical, dependable, and down to earth, this individual is the pillar of society type, on whom others rely for sound judgments and solid, traditional wisdom. Usually very much at home in their bodies and appreciative of all sensual pleasures, the earthy individual knows that the body and all the material realm sustain us and supply us with evidence that we do indeed exist, and that we have a creative existence too. This type readily learns how to manipulate the material world to his own delight and advantage, and usually with the awareness that the earth and the laws of nature deserve respect. However, an overly earthy consciousness eventually becomes skeptical and fearful of what may lie beyond the physical realm. He risks losing his vision and sense of meaning through overconcern with concrete facts and trusting only what he can touch, taste, see, hear, and most of all, measure. Shadow side. The double Earth type's deepest, darkest fear is chaos and the loss of control. The unconventional and deviant are seen as threatening or even evil. The intangible, unseen realm of spiritual meaning and purpose tends to elude them or only peeps into their lives via the classic superstition and the odd psychic apparition. A strongly traditional and too rigid adherence to concrete reality can create an increasingly hollow treadmill and enslavement to the physical, which the earthy type, with dread, has to admit only ends in death. And what then? The double Earth type often needs to develop their imagination, their trust in new possibilities, and to accept that their need for spiritual sustenance need not threaten their physical security and their need to be in control, as far as possible, of their life and circumstances. To entertain the idea that there may be a realm in which quantitative measurement does not apply, the realm of meaning and spiritual purpose, this can only release them from the risk of stagnant imprisonment in the fleshly cage. Relationships. The double Earth person is one of the best marriage partners of all, for they are an able provider and a loyal, dependable mate. They may gravitate towards other earthy types with whom they will share many values and feel secure and validated. But they are likely to have a more tantalizing attraction to the fiery type, whose enigmatic and unpredictable ways stimulate and challenge. The airy individual and the double Earth person make a comfortable pairing due to their mutual impersonal, practical, logical approach to problem solving. The watery individual finds the double Earth person a perfect container for his emotions, and these two can build a cozy nest and a strong, binding attachment that wears well. Male versus female. The qualities of the practical double Earth type fit comfortably with both male and female in Western society. Both will have a strong sense of duty and commitment, and in the case of the female, a strong inclination to serve human needs. Double Earth women are enormously capable, able to sustain demanding long-term professional projects, as well as order and well-being. They tend to be protective, resourceful, patient, and hardworking, capable of showing their loyalty and love through action, but remaining somewhat restrained in the expression of feelings. The male of this type may not fit into the stereotype of the macho Western man, with all his extrovert courage and Indiana Jones-like panache, but his groundedness and quiet determination, plus his strongly rational bias, make him a practical and effective leader who can map out his territory with polished organization and work steadfastly towards the mastering of whatever medium he chooses. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Virgo, the sharpshooter. You have unrivaled abilities to remember facts and analyze data. Sporadically, you remove that humble appearance and argue or express a viewpoint that is so logical, clear, and precise that others do not even dare to disagree with you. Double Virgos often unnerve individuals with their piercing stares. Your comprehension and insight into other people is extremely accurate, too. Practically nothing escapes your notice. From the reserved librarian to the genius analyst and administrator, there are many types of double Virgos, but they all share two qualities. They are far tougher than they appear to others, and they are quite insightful. Others can feel that core of resolve and purpose through the timid, reserved, and kind person you are on the outside. There is almost nothing you cannot do after you have made up your mind because you are flexible, systematic, and vigorous. You also have an exceptionally gifted mental ability. You aim criticism most harshly at yourself, but like most Virgos, you are inclined to see faults and errors nearly everywhere and in everyone. Do not stunt your emotional growth with self-criticism. Living up to the lofty standards you apply for yourself is almost impossible. Instead of getting upset about your faults and endlessly placing yourself under such scrutiny, learn to value your talents, strengths, and virtues. It would be wise to try to have a bit of self-love at times. Your need to help and assist others may attract you into social service such as clergy, medicine, or political activisms. Self-fulfillment and happiness are found in work, as with all Virgos. It is critical that your career utilize your unique talents. Leo Tolstoy and Lyndon Johnson are good examples of natives of your combination. You are very flexible and always accept advice and reason, because both signs in your combination are mutable signs. Using your mind and your strong determination will take you where you want to go. You have a lot of difficulty dealing with betrayal and deceit, because you are basically compassionate, kind, and thoughtful. Your bravery and perseverance helps you to live and prosper in a difficult world, even with all your innocence. You think you can control anything with your intellect and the application of your inner strength. Relative to a profession, you have an aptitude in all areas that need thorough analysis, accuracy, and exactness. A lot of double Virgos are fine academics, writers, and journalists because of their powerful intellects. Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign, Moon Sign. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Virgo. Your greatest strengths. Modest and conscientious nature. Dedication to service. Quiet, studious attention to detail and technique. Observant, analytical mind and powers of discrimination. Ability to be truly impartial and to be a practical idealist. Your greatest weaknesses. A tendency to let high standards turn you into a finicky fault finder. Self-conscious worrying, which depletes your confidence in your capacity for enjoyment. Allowing your criticisms to become too sharp and destructive, a sign that you have let your feelings go underground and become too old maidish, and that you definitely need to do something frivolous once in a while. Images for integration. A ballerina practices alone in a room of mirrors and, sensing her potential perfection, focuses on her flaws and begins again. A well-oiled printing machine hums away, producing perfectly bound copies of the Layman's Guide to Essential Nutrients.